Hi everyone, my name is Sam and this is the first video that I'm going to make. I was a bit nervous about making this video, but my daughter said to me, Mom, you have more knowledge than makeup, than even the girls at the counters, at the makeup counters, especially for us Asian skins. Anybody, I would say probably NC 37 and down the way maybe. Today I want to talk about is bronzers. Us Asian girls, especially my skin colouring girls, have a lot of problems finding bronzers. Now, for years I stayed away from bronzers because one, I'm already dark as it is, and I thought bronzers are going to make us look more darker than, tanned, or vice versa, which way you want to put it. Anyway, but bronzers have become so big in these last 5 years, I would think, that it's become from, to do everything with it now, from contouring, from giving a bit of a warmth to the skin, or even just a glow, you know what I mean, which I used to do with the bronzers, because I would never wear a bronzer for contouring, because for me, for contouring, especially with the shades they wear, that either bronzers make you look orange or they make you look muddy. So for girls with my skin colouring, it was really difficult to find a bronzer. But I assure you girls, over the years I've went through so many bronzers just to see what would work for me. Anyway, the first one I actually brought was from Chanel. I used I used to be a Chanel girl, to be honest with you, and I used Chanel for years. Me and my sister used to love Chanel, and we still do, but it's a wee bit come back from that step now. Anyway, Chanel was the first bronzer that I brought. If I can show you, it comes with a nice brush and a nice glowy thing. Oh, I just dropped my brush. Anyway, that is the kind of colour that I probably use for like warm, not for contouring, because it would have an orange undertone to it. So I would end up looking orange, but I'm not orange. So anyway, but definitely not. Anyway, then over the years I went, a lot of things came in. MAC bronzers are good. You have to be careful though which way you would wear it. This is a wee bit lighter shade for me. The reason I did have the deeper one, which was Golden Sun. I don't know what I've done with it. I can't seem to find it. Either that or it's been pinched by my daughters or my sister. Anyway, just to give you a bit of an idea, MAC does good bronzers. You have to be careful which one you go for. And then I went to Too Faced. Now, my daughter actually introduced Too Faced to me, and the one I've got here is Dark Chocolate Sohail Deep Tan Matte Bronzer. Now, for us Asian skin girls, we need to find a bronzer that has a cool undertone to contour, as you can see right here, because most bronzers have either, like I said before, they're either too orange, they make you look orange, or they make you look muddy. They don't really have a cool undertone. So the one that my daughter had was for medium tan. So I thought, let's try a shade deeper, because I'm actually darker than my daughter, who I think is at NC 35, I think she is, and where I fit into the NC 42 category I am, or darker. I could go NC 40, but it makes me look a bit ashy, so I always tend to stay with NC 42. Anyway, this was the one closer to the one I found, and now and again I have a love and a hate relationship with this one, because now and again it sometimes does make me look orange than I would say, anyway. Next to that I found was NARS, and now NARS is the Laguna bronzer, which this is actually a duo that I have here. This blush is Oasis, and the bronzer is Laguna. Now Laguna, I found it has a cool undertone which I can easily contour, but now and again, I don't know, I think it depends on my skin actually, the way I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I can look pale, and sometimes I look really, really dark, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what, but anyway. But the bronzer here is, I think this is the longest I've sticked with the bronzer, because I could not, you know, find a bronzer that was cool tone. So this was the longest bronzer I've used for that one. Moving on, I went to Tom Ford. I don't know if a lot of people have heard about Tom Ford, but Tom Ford is a very, very prestigious, expensive brand, and I thought I'll give them a try. You know, see if it would. Oh, keeps dropping the brushes. Anyway, and they're okay. They're okay. I couldn't work out where I fit this one, but it was a bit pale, so it gave me like a softer finish than actually contouring or anything dark. Anyway, then one day I went to my local shopping centre, and I popped into Superdrugs to get something, and don't remember what it was now, but I popped in to get, and then I came across their they have lots of, like, you know, drugstore brands. They have, I think, L'Oreal, and they have lots of things. I came across this brand here called Sleek, and Sleek, I thought, hey, oh. But what it was, it caught my eye. This was really cheap. This was $9.99, and you can see, if I show you, it has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blusher. Now, the bronzer really caught my eye, because I thought it's quite an unusual colour, and I thought, oh, let's give this a shot, see what comes in. So I got the palette. They came in, I think, 4 different shades. They had light, I think they had fair, light, medium, and dark. Now dark, I think, would have been African, Jamaican skin tones. So I went for medium, and oh my god, that was the best decision I've made. This is a really, really good bronzer. It's an amazing kit, as you can see, but it's an amazing bronzer. One, it did not make me look orange. Two, it wasn't muddy at all. As you can see, I'm wearing it today, just underneath my hollows of my cheek, down my jawline, and up on my forehead. It actually gave me nice contouring. I actually felt I've got, you know, it's not, I've not made a mess, you know, it's not orange, and it's not muddy, but it's actually given me a shadow that I was looking for to contour. But it was amazing. It was really, really good. For all those years I've been searching for a bronzer, now I've got a bronzer, and it was really, really good. I would urge girls, you know, anybody under NC 37, 40 down the way, to try this bronzer. If you're finding difficulty to find a bronzer that suits your skin, that doesn't make you look orange or doesn't make you look muddy, it gives you shadow, girls. That's what the word we need to use. But the highlighter in there is a bonus. It's amazing. I'm wearing it under just above my cheeks there, and in my inner corner of my eyes, and my eye, in my brow line, you know, yeah, eyebrows. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for. And it comes with a blusher. Now, this blusher I'm wearing as well, and it's really, really nice. I mean, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, it looks quite orange. It looks quite similar to the colour from NARS blusher Taj Mahal, which is my favourite blusher. It gives me just a nice glow to the skin. But this blusher was amazing, and it, as you can see, it really features my, you know, my cheekbones and everything else. but I could not believe it's $9.99. With all those other brands that I went through for bronzer, this was really, really good. I mean, it does come into you can get the bronzer and the highlighter on its own. I'm just going to show you. This is a medium. It's, you could just, you know, as you can see, that you can, the bronzer and the highlighter is exactly the same. The only thing is that you get the added blusher in this kit. So this kit was $9.99 and the bronzer and the highlighter on its own was $6.99. But I cannot believe how cheap it was, and the quality, it was just as good as NARS, Chanel or Tom Ford. It's very, very I would say it's very, very smooth. As you can see, it's, I don't know if you can see that, but it's very, very fine. It's highly pigmented. You need to use a really small drop. As you can see, this is the highlighter, and this is the blusher. I don't know if you can. It's not in the right order actually, but that's the the bronzer. That's the highlighter, and that's the blusher. And you can see if I put them in the back of my hand that all three of them, that you could get a really, really nice shade, and they are quite strong in colours. But I just could not believe that I came across this when I was like, wow, you know, I can actually do this now. And but I just wanted to share it with you guys, you know, especially with girls with my skin tone colours who have trouble finding bronzers. And and I had a love and hate relationship with bronzers for many, many years now. Not going to tell you my age, but for a long time I avoided bronzers, and I just, like, you know, you see these you know, fairer girls, skin tone girls, you know, or even medium skin tone girls. Summer comes and hey, they whip out their bronzer, and us girls with my skin colouring, we had, I couldn't find a bronzer that would not make me look orange or muddy. So I would totally recommend this, girls, you know, for our Asian skin tone girls who are looking for a bronzer, that just because it's cheap, it does not mean that it's, the quality is going to be rubbish, but it's just as good as Chanel, Tom Ford, which you don't want to know how much I paid for this, MAC even, or NARS. I think NARS comes closer to that bronzer if I put it side by side. I don't know if you, there is a slight different colour in it, but I think because Laguna is bronzer is aimed at fair girls, you know, like lighter skin tone girls, they do have another bronzer. It's called Casino, in that range. I've never tried it. I think because I think in a pan it looked a bit orangey, so I thought, wait, no, wait, I'm not going to try that. Anyway, back to this, girls. I totally recommend this. If you can go pop into your Superdrug store, pick it up, try it. It's only $9.99. It's not going to break your bank or anything, but for the girls who are looking for a bronzer, definitely, definitely, I recommend this. Thanks. Bye.